I'm not to lockpick that while standing in fire.
I heard something. Something seemed to move into place.
$11 new recipes? Very good. I should really save all my ingredients. I keep selling them all. I opened the door.
You don't look lost at all.
Are you being sarcastic?
Sarcastic? Me? Not at all. I'd never be sarcastic, me. Oh no, not in the least.
You sound sarcastic.
I do not. I sound perfectly normal. Obviously.
The rat gives you a desperate look. Help me.
Oh, you still sound sarcastic. Are you able to tell the truth without sarcasm or irony?
The rat opens its mouth to speak. Can't say anything. So it nods its head, then shakes its head, then nods it again.
Well, if the rat is somehow constrained by nature of magic never to tell the truth. Oh, are you constrained by some kind of magic to never tell the truth?
The rat tries to nod its head and fails. It tries to shake its head and fails. Its head ends up doing a strange, jerking diagonal movement that could mean anything.
This is not frustrating, and you are not a clever creature, not having rumbled my quandary. Get me?
Ah, you can't tell the truth. Got it.
The rat makes a face that says, well, duh.
What can cure this affliction?
The rat gives you a grave and meaningful look, inviting you to listen carefully.
I don't think the problem is in my head, and further to that, I don't think the problem could be unscrambled by the use of sauce. I can categorically state that a short, sharp shot with something of a magical persuasion would absolutely not solve my problem immediately. And I do not invite you to look at the subtext in what I just said.
Alright. I'll see what I can do.
The rat breathes a long sigh of relief, closes its eyes, and steels itself for what's coming.
But I cast healing. Or did I actually need to use an ability with source? Are you kidding? That's absolutely stupid. Well, I'm not reloading. It's way back there. Oh well.
Careful. I've spotted a trap.
Holy crap.
The air around the glowing relic thrums with power as the source barrier quietly crackles in the background.
Call upon my source power and focus it on the relic.
The hum of the relic grows louder, and bright light starts to spill from its runes. Cracks start to spread across the surface, and it shatters like glass.
Woo! This requires 2 source points? Oh my god.
Too heavy. Won't budge. Won't budge.
Damn it.
Too heavy.
Annoying, more like it. Well, that's probably like 3,000 EXP I just threw away.
You approach a decrepit well and stare down into its toothless black mouth. No sooner has your head crossed the rim than weak voices begin to echo from the depths.
Joy.
Thirst. Dry throats. Drink. Water. Water.
The well is now filled to the brim with fresh, cool water, but what it has brought to the surface quickly evaporates any wish you may have had to quench your own thirst. You see the tangled remains of 3 corpses, a mixed mass of bones and skin from which 3 skulls protrude. They address you in unison, their voices a drone-like blend.
We thank you for the water. We bless you for the water. We thank you for the end of torment.
Who tormented you so?
The king. The king. Brachus Rex. The madman with the crown.
Why did he punish you?
Wrath and terror. We displeased the king. The truth we spoke. His fortune told.
No divinity would he be. And so he entangled our bodies and cursed our throats. Smote the brothers of Baladur. We thank you for the water. We bless you for the water. We ask you for the fare.
What fare are you asking for?
The fare, the toll, the levy. The people of Baladur must be buried with coin. Coin for the Pathkeeper that leads the dead to the kingdom beyond. Spare us coin. Grant us coin. The more you pay, the further the Pathkeeper takes us.
What will you give in return?
Ancient things cling to our bones like earth to roots. They will be yours. For coin. For coin.
Alright.
Sweet savior. Friend of death and fiend of life. How much will you give?
150.
We thank you again. We bless you again. The wealth of the depths is yours. Pathkeeper, keep us. Pathkeeper, guide us. To the long-awaited kingdom we will go.
Laden with the burden of the coin you gave them, the brothers of Baladur sink back to the bottom of the well. Whether they will find their kingdom or languish in the dark, wet depths forever, you cannot foretell. The fare has been paid, and the well is silent, a rare speck of peace in a hostile land.
Cool. Wow. That's a great belt. Well, I'm never gonna have arrow surge, so. Well, those are ingredients. Don't sell those. Well, that poor rat. I was gonna spend a source point on it because I needed it for that. I guess I could have just gone out here and grabbed this, but whatevers.
Another skull crumbled to bits.
I guess there were like multiple ways to go about that, huh? Could have just gone through the middle, I guess.
Please,
And this looks like a
the flames will burn me forever.
puzzle. I guess I could have saved him, but no. That chest is too enticing. Let's go down.
Frozen ground in the middle of a swamp. What's going on?
Is that a motherfucking dragon? Wait a goddamn second.
A winter dragon.
The dragon stares you down with flinty, intelligent eyes. He tries to speak, but his jaw is bound tightly by the same thick chains that shackle him to the pillars. Unreadable glyphs mantle this ancient pillar. Braided through thick iron rings, source-infused chains bind the dragon tightly. The dragon stares. Unreadable glyphs.
There has to be a way to free that dragon. I could always try attacking.
What's this? It looks strange. A trap. Better give it a one. What's this? It looks strange. Are my eyes fooling me?
This is actually quite easy for me, since, you know, I'm immune to poison and all. The fuck is that? Music. Can you not?
What is this place?
She doesn't look tough, but things could spawn above me.
A tall woman stands amid a field of corpses, some fresh, some ancient. Desiccated skin hangs from some of the skulls, while others fester with maggots. The woman turns to you, bitten lips parting into a grin. She tucks a small bunch of black-red roses into a leather strap across her left hip and, preparing to curtsy, offers you a hand.
Take her here.
She lowers herself slowly, deeply holding your gaze. Her hand is slight, her touch delicate. As she rises up to her full height, the corpses seem somehow to close in around you.
Unfazed. You take in a deep breath and ask, "What's your name?"
She peers closely at you, a shrewd smile playing about her lips.
Ave de more de mergalach.
You recognize the chant of the infamous cult of the Black King. Rebecca notes the recognition in your eyes.
Very good, kitten. Now, I imagine you're here for the same reason I am.
She pats the bouquet at her hip.
But you're too late. These roses belong to me. Looks like we'll have to find some other way to keep you busy.
Huh. I know the perfect way. I like to discuss the dragon slain.
Oh, I do hope that little so-and-so hasn't been talking. Those chains were in a place for a reason.
You don't have a right to imprison anyone in such a manner.
Ha! How earnest you are. I do love that in a man.
Look, I'm here for that dragon, and I need you to free him.
Then I suppose you aren't leaving, darling.
Alrighty then.
I'm ready.
Jesus Christ. There's so many. Good God, the damage. Didn't even break through. Huh. That's actually a pretty good wand. God, I really need that ability to,
What's this? It looks strange.
Wait, yeah, I accidentally sold the other purging wand? Oh, god damn it. Really? Ugh, that's really annoying.
Unreadable blip. The dragon stares you down with flinty intent. The dragon The dragon rakes the earth with icy claws. Quakes from the impact knock you back.
My thanks.
You're welcome.
The freed dragon looks sick and pale. As you approach, he stretches his tattered wings weakly and fixes his intense gaze upon you. Frozen tears glint in his eyes.
My gratitude for your efforts, friend. Yet I am no more free now than I was in those chains. Please, help me find true liberty, or sing me to the endless slumber. But of course, that must be why you stand before me. Slain called to the Lord of Death, and here you are. A coincidence?
Respond with a cryptic smile. You know as little of death as you do of life.
My fate, it seems, is not my own to call. My soul is bound to joyless obedience. Purged of my source by the wickedest of witches, I stand enthralled to her every whim. She has only to command, and my traitorous body complies.
Who chained you here and purged you of your source?
The witch Rebecca. I was in love with her once. For the smallest slight, really a trifle, she wielded a purging wand against me, enslaving me to her will. Now only my voice remains my own.
Rebecca? I killed her.
You're correct. I feel her dark heart beat within my own no longer.
He rises up to his full height, peering down at you intently through his icy eyes.
But tell me this. Did you happen to find a wand upon her?
Yes.
Slain rears back in eagerness, grasping the purging wand with razor-sharp claws. Before your eyes, the source from within the wand surges into his draconic form, filling him with a light so bright that you must shield your eyes from the glare. The blazing brightness dies down. Squinting, you now see no dragon before you, but the figure of a handsome lizard. A handsome lizard with the same eyes as Slain. His eyes still blaze, a piercing silver. A triumphant smile dominates his face as he bows extravagantly before you.
Slain. At your service.
Remark upon his sterling eyes. They're unlike any you've ever seen.
all like me have such eyes. With them, I see spirits. Not a blessing on this haunted island. You are lucky not to see the desperation that lies before me.
I was happy to help you. No one should remain falsely imprisoned.
If everyone thought like you, this vile place will be little more than a sunny island. Perhaps before we are done, we can return it to such a state.
I agree.
Knowing such a steadfast and noble soul offers help to those in need gives me great comfort. I'd like to offer you the same.
Oh?
When you are truly at a loss, when you have no choice but to back down or perish, you will find safety in my shadow. This, I promise.
What do you plan to do now?
This is an island of many mysteries, of many horrors. I'll learn what I can. Perhaps there is some possible reprieve for the souls who suffer here.
Slane smiles at you and turns to leave. He takes no more than a few steps before he shimmers out of lizard form, blurring in midair back into a majestic dragon that soars away.
So cool. Finesse and air resistance? Sure. Huh. Well, I'm sure we can find something else.
Mercy.
Is it a bear?
The cub looks sadder than anything you've ever seen.
Oh, what's wrong, buddy?
The cub stifles a sob.
I want my mum.
What does your mother look like?
The bear cub blinks, sniffles.
Like me, I guess. Only bigger. You seen her, mister?
Point towards where you saw the dead bear. I'm sorry, little buddy, but your mother is over there, and she's dead.
Panic and sorrow fight for position on the cub's face. It fights hard not to cry.
Oh no. Oh no, not my mum. I'll go find her. Mum, I'm coming!
The grief-stricken cub hurries off.
That's not hurrying. That's very slowly going there.
Captain, is that you? Who's there? I can hear you. Captain, is that you?
A young magister tenderly fingers two fresh gashes across his eyes and face. His fingertips hesitate over his closed eyelids. He's been blinded. At your approach, he spins to face you and readies his shield.
Stop! Stop! Who goes there?
Assume a persona. My name is Magister Mortal.
Mortal? I don't know any mortal. Tell me the truth. Who are you?
I was calling from an auxiliary unit to rescue you. He ought to show a little respect.
I'm sorry. I can't see anything. I feel like a sheep in a wolf's den. So, how much did you hear back at the fort?
I've only heard there was trouble out this way. Maybe you can fill me in.
I don't know how it all went so wrong so fast. We came to get the purging wands from Breckus's old armory. Loaded up the last of them without any trouble. The cart was good going. But we hit a snag. Those bloody skeletons had laid a trap for us. They turned the cart. Pulled us out by our hair. We lost Fane. Landon and I beat the rest back. But not before one of them got me across the ice.
Can I take a closer look at your wounds?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Push back his hair from his face, inspect the deep, bloody gashes across his eyes.
How bad is it?
Hold your hand to his cheek. It's bad, my son.
He pauses for a moment, then gently takes your hand from his cheek, holds it a moment, and drops it.
You feel so cold. I must have a fever. I should see a healer. Maybe there's still time. You can watch the cart, right? We can't leave it here. It's very important.
I'd be glad to.
He reaches out and feels for your shoulder. He shakes it twice, then reaches up and pats your cheek, probably a little harder than he means to.
Thank you. You're cold. Build yourself a fire and warm yourself up. I can get myself back to the fort fine. After all these expeditions, I know the way well enough. Thank you.
They're all drained. I need a charged one. Charged. You poor, poor thing.
The cub looks sadder than anything you've ever seen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need a teleport, huh? Across? Seems like the only way. Oh, can't do that on my own. Oh, poor thing.